Tekken announced that it's going to be a full 4-day event, which a little scary if I'm going to be completely honest. It makes me worried a little bit. And days 1 through 3 are going to be the group stages and the Tekken World Tour Last Chance qualifier. And then day 4 is going to be the finals, which is going to be a top 16. And there's a lot of intricacies with this new format here. So let's just skip it to this. So here is how it's going to work this year. They're going to have 5-player groups and 4 groups from the global leaderboard, which means that 8 players in total are going to escape from the global leaderboard round robins, right? So there's going to be 20 players, 2 people per group, 4 groups. 2 times 4 is 8. Congratulations, we've mathed, and that is the stuff we're getting. That's who makes it out from the global leaderboard. From the regional leaderboard, it's 1 person per region. Whoever scores the highest per region gets into the regional leaderboard. They're having 3 groups of 5, and only 6 players make it out from the regional leaderboard. After, this is the crazy thing. This is the really wild thing. After the group stages for the global and regional leaderboards happen, is when the last chance qualifier is happening. So, if you qualified for the global leaderboard or the regional leaderboard and you lose in groups, you can still enter the last chance qualifier, where the top 2 results, the top 2 placing players will be added to the double elimination bracket, the top 16, at the last day. That is a very, very interesting departure from what we usually get, right? Usually what we see is a last chance qualifier to fill in like the last 2 spots in the groups, and the last 2 spots in the groups stage, and then that's where the tournament goes, and that's everybody that's in it. But now, after the group stages are over, is when they're doing the last chance qualifier. I think this is such an interesting idea. There's a part of me that like feels some type of way about this, just because it's giving people who are already qualified more chances to get into that last top 16, right? Whereas there are people who probably won't qualify that are going to be trying to vie for that as well. So it's one of those things where I think we're just going to be seeing more of the same players doing more of the same things. But I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. I'm excited to see it nonetheless. I'm really excited to see it. The part about this that I think I find so bizarre, and this is the one thing I kind of disagree with, but like I said, I can't wait to see it. We're never gonna know until we see it, right? The last thing that they announced is that the top 6 that make it out of the regional leaderboard and the top 2 out of the last chance qualifier, who make the second half of the top 16 for the final day for the double elimination bracket, start in losers. I find that so weird. I find that so bizarre, and it genuinely, like, when I read that and when I understood it, it hurt a little bit. It hurt a little bit just because they keep touting like the last top 16 is a double elimination bracket, but only the people that qualified from the global leaderboard stay on the winner's side. So it's a single elimination bracket for everybody else, but the 8 people that qualified from the global leaderboard go in from winners. I find that so bizarre. I think that's, personally, I think that's an incorrect decision, right? Personally, I find that incorrect. I don't think that's a good idea. With that said, I could be completely wrong. I'm open to being wrong. If I am wrong, I'll be happy to admit it. But I just find it so weird that, you know, and I understand why they're doing this. They're doing this so that they can have an incentive for people to go through the global leaderboard, right? Like, the better players get the better chance. That's already the case even before you get to the double elimination tournament at the end. Because if you qualify from the global leaderboard, you have more chances to get out of the groups stage than anyone else, right? You have a better chance of qualifying out of the group stage if you make it through the global leaderboard than anyone else, because it's 8 people as opposed to the 6 people from the regional leaderboard and the 2 people from the last chance qualifier, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so bizarre. I don't really agree with the fact that they're making people start from the loser side on the double and calling it a double elimination bracket. I find that bizarre. Um, I don't know, man. That's the one thing that I genuinely really disagree with. But with that said, I could be completely wrong, and this is probably it could be like the best way to do this format ever, and we just don't know. We've never seen, as far as I know, like we've never seen something like this before. You know what I'm saying?